Hey folks, it's Tom, your frugal prepper. I am out here doing a morning check on the garden. Now, it rained yesterday, and I didn't get any sleep because my shoulder's killing me. My air conditioner quit working. Then my big industrial $200 patent fan decided to throw sparks and melt down while I was in the shower getting ready to go to bed. It's just been a night. But I got real bad shoulder pain, so every time I start to fall asleep and I move or something, my right shoulder just shoots down my right shoulder. I pulled something or whatever. I may, if it gets real bad, go to the doctor, but now that I have that Obamacare compliance stuff, it costs me about $90 to go to the doctor, and it's just not worth it. But my point is, even though I'm tired, I've had a terrible night, I don't need to water. I need to check my garden every day. I need to come out and physically take a look at it and see what's going on. So that if something's wrong, I can catch it early. I'm seeing here that my lima beans are all coming up. That's looking good. I'm happy. The leaves look happy. Some of them are a little later than others. On one spot where there should be one and there isn't, I see bird footprints and a little peck hole. So I think a bird took my lima bean. But I can lose one to a bird. I'm okay with that. My Kentucky Wonder Beans are looking real good all the way down through here. I'm real happy with it. But I get down here and I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on here? See this hole in the leaf? See this one? That's somebody eating my leaves. And since I've grown in this backyard long enough, I know those are slugs. So what I do for slugs, and it's always worked for me, is I go to the gas station, I buy a bottle of beer, and I get like some mayonnaise jar lids, and I sit them down in the soil so the rim of them is just level with the soil, fill them up with beer. The slugs see that, they like it, they crawl in there, they die. I'll come out in the morning, there'll be like 10 slugs and they're dead. So that's what I do. Kale looks good and happy. It'll be time tomorrow for another dose of BT on that, and also be time for my weekly feed, which is really my 5-day feed, because I'm basing my fertilizer on 12-12-12 instead of 16-16-16. Soybeans have come up and they're happy. You notice right down here, they didn't come up. And I'm noticing there's a low spot, a depression in the soil there that's gone down, and the water's puddled there, and it's probably rotted the seed. So I may fill that back up with a little more soil and replant a couple soybeans. I may just leave it go as is and be happy with what I have. Peppers are all looking happy, plenty of blooms. This one has a little bit of mechanical damage on some of its leaves, and that's from a rough ride home in the trunk. It's set some peppers. Happy with that. This tomato's looking good. Some of these bottom leaves are like kind of scorching and dropping off. Some people see this and they think, oh, this plant's sick. This plant was sick because it had some transplant shock. But what I noticed is that all of the new growth is perfect. So I will come through and probably prune these bottom leaves off eventually as they get a little sicker. There's one touching the ground I'll definitely get today. I see that there's part of a leaf here. That's a pepper leaf. And that's just some wind damage from my peppers. And we had a storm last night, that happens. All the new leaf growth on my squash is showing no sign of calcium deficiency, so that's perfect. My tomatoes, this little guy was about ready to come out today if he didn't get a good start, and all of his new growth is looking real green and good. He finally got his roots established and is growing. All the other tomato plants look very green and very happy. Now I did have 2 watermelon plants, and I already pulled them. The second take on this video because my phone messed up. But I'll show you here. This guy was just wilting and dying off, wasn't living. I pulled him up, and that's what he had for a root. It just wasn't sufficient. Bigger roots than that when I transplanted them, but that's just what happens. Sometimes you get that transplant shock and roots die. This is a pickling cucumber, a Boston pickling. That's all he had for a root, and I gave him about a week, 2 weeks, or so, about a week and a half, and he just wasn't growing fast enough, and he was getting tinier and tinier, and he wasn't supporting his existing leaves. I removed a bunch of the existing leaves, still couldn't support it. When I have a sick plant, I'm not going to leave it in the garden very long. It may recover, but sick plants are weak and they are more susceptible to disease. And so your sick plant gets sick, it gets a disease, and now it hands it off to your healthy plants. I mean, look at this cucumber. When I planted it, he was the same size as this cucumber is now, who already has blooms and is growing up the string. So that guy's not going to recover. It's time to go to the nursery and get a new one. Same for the watermelon plant. However, the other watermelon plant is bigger and happier and healthy, not wilted. His original 2 seed leaves haven't fallen off yet even, but he's growing new leaves and they're getting big. So I'm happy with that. These cucumbers are all looking good. Cantaloupe looks real happy. It's growing up the string. You know, these little feelers, see that this guy's getting a little too far out from the string. This feeler won't find its way back to the string. So this is one we're going to have to help. And we're just going to carefully wrap the string around the plant, like so. And that way he can grow right up the string. And if we need to let more string down, we could. Everything else is looking real good. I'm happy with it. The other garden bed is planted now. I'll show you what I did here real quick. So, this garden bed, a lot of this dead grass in the middle I got to get out of here yet. But I planted this at night with a light. I had a light clipped on the T-frame. Because it was so hot during the day, we went shooting. I came back, I waited till the sun went down and came out here. This is all my gourmet tricolor green beans. This is some type of Asian snow pea. This is like a regular snow pea. And this is sugar snap pea. So I basically broke it up into 4 5-foot sections. Then all over here is corn. I have some, what's called a ladyfinger corn. I think it's a Putnam corn, which is a big, it's an heirloom I got from Baker Creek. And then this is a hybrid white corn that my wife got from some lady that runs an alpaca farm. And she said it's really good. She gave us a pack of them. So I planted those to try those out. But they are hybrid, so. Although on corn I never regrow it in this area because we're in the heart of the corn belt of the Midwest. It runs right through my part of Ohio, and there's GMO corn everywhere that cross-pollinates with my corn, so I don't reuse the seeds. Yeah, I'm all happy. I'm going to have to do some more weeding tomorrow, but I'm tired and I'm sore, and I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to hold off on that. But I know I got to do something about the slugs. So I will get that taken care of. And then tomorrow it will also be time for my BT on the kale and my sulfur on my melon plants. So that's just what you have to do, is you have to come out and just physically take a look and spend 10 minutes or even 5 minutes. Because if I don't do something about those slugs tonight, by tomorrow, you know, more of my plants will be eaten. Then I have a real problem on my hands. If I get them killed off mostly tonight, I stop that problem before it really becomes a problem. That's one of the keys to successful gardening, whether you're using Mittleider or not. But what Mittleider does is it keeps everything organized in rows with wide aisles in between. It makes it easy to inspect and work and maintain your crop. It makes it quick and easy. So anyway, folks, this is Tom, your frugal prepper. Everybody, be happy and frugal out there. And let me know what you think. Bye.